If I'm ever in the now driving again, I'll give you every penny in my bank account.
I don't want your pennies. Just toss me cash.
All right, what's going on, guys? I'm here with Tommy. We are back from Gumball 3000. Today we're gonna be sitting down, walking you guys through pretty much our experiences with the rally and how it went, and talk to you guys about it, let you guys know what happened, and yeah, let's get into it. All right, guys, I just want to tell you about today's video sponsor, MeUndies. They are a really cool underwear brand that makes these awesome, comfortable, like custom printed underwear, and they're seriously the most comfortable thing I've ever worn. They use a micromodal fabric, which is a full 3 times stronger than regular cotton. I couldn't believe how soft these things were. MeUndies just launched a brand new membership. You can level up your top drawer with new underwear each month. So to get 15% off your MeUndies, free shipping, and satisfaction guarantee, go to meundies.com/FaZe and check out today.
What's up, guys? We just got back from Gumball 3000 and it was absolutely crazy, man.
It was insane.
For those of you that don't know what Gumball 3000 is, they've been doing this. This was their 20th year anniversary. It's like a race from one country to another through several countries in between, several different cities. Every year they do different locations.
With a bunch of crazy supercars, like wrapped and souped up, and it's wild, bro.
Yeah, so we started in London and drove
to Chantilly.
Drove 6 hours. It was like 6 hours.
We drove 6 hours to Chantilly.
Chantilly, which is in France. And then the next day we woke up.
Drove to Milan.
Which took a long time
like
because we
12 hours.
Yeah, we got pulled over twice that day.
Police just scummed us for 90 euros, basically, and as soon as you guys showed up, they took off.
And
that was the longest day, probably.
Yeah, definitely the longest day.
And then after Chantilly, we drove like...
No, after Milan.
We drove like 2 hours to the airport.
Which was in Bologna.
Dropped our cars off, hopped on a flight for 16 hours, landed, went to the hotel.
In Osaka.
Went back to the airport, picked our car. Yeah, we landed in Osaka, went back, picked our cars up, and drove from Osaka in Japan to Kyoto, which is only like 2 hours, remember?
Yeah, Kyoto was like 2 hours.
And then we stayed at the Four Seasons, then we drove, I think from Kyoto to Nanao, it's like 4 hours.
We had 4 hours because we stopped at a checkpoint.
Yeah. We drove 4 hours.
At Mount Fuji.
Yeah, no, that was after Nanao. The checkpoint we stopped at was a museum.
Oh, you're right. No, then Nanao was only like 3 hours.
Yeah, Nanao was like 4 hours.
It was 4?
Yeah, not long. And then drove 10 hours or 5 hours to Mount Fuji, and then another 5 hours to Tokyo. And then we were in Tokyo for 2 days, and that was a trip. Gumball has been going on for 20 years, but they've never done it in Tokyo, and it ended in Tokyo. So all the local like drivers in Tokyo, like that's a big supercar, like
there's a huge supercar community in Tokyo, and that was like, bro, that was crazy. Like
they all came out with their own cars, which were loud as like when we got back to the hotel, my ears are shot. I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, we saw like 25, like just completely like 25 Lambos, like with lights all in them. The engines were just like way louder than our Ferrari that we were in. So we were in the Ferrari 488, and that car is awesome, incredible. Bro, like, that was my first time driving a supercar. I think you've driven one before, maybe? Or was that your first time?
I drive one.
Yeah. That's true, you got the GTR.
Yeah, no, but that's it's not the same as the 88, bro. Like, you're gone, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a good sound.
He was whipping it. Like, this kid went 190 in France.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna die. He's like, he gives me his phone, he's like, record this real quick. And he's just like, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. I'm like, hey, are you gonna keep going? And he got to 190, I'm like, slow down, bro. We will die. Like,
if you didn't say slow down, I would've got to 200 and then stopped.
Yeah, no, you could've definitely got to 200.
No, but at one point I was driving like 150 miles an hour, like for an hour straight. Like
Yeah,
we were just like
there were like
cruising.
no cops after that first situation, like in getting into Italy.
Yeah.
When we got stopped for like 3 hours, but they ended up letting us go, and we thought it was kind of because it was like a 3 hour. We were just sitting.
Yo, we got pulled over 2 times, and both times we got pulled over, we were stopped. Like we didn't get pulled over on the road at all. It was just like, I remember because we were following those guys because we didn't have the directions. My phone, like the service was off because I didn't pay the bill or something. We found this one gumball car and we followed them because we figured they would know where to go. They pulled over to the gas station. I hotspotted one of their phones, paid my bill, and then my service like ended up turning on, but we were still following those guys. And then they had to pull over because their engine was messed up. They pulled over like right near this toll booth.
Yeah, and then we went to go to the porta potties.
Yeah, we went to we pulled over too because we wanted to go to the bathroom, and then
we were stopped and we saw like 3 cops like coming across the road, and I was just like, yo, we're like they're coming for us.
Yeah, and we knew too because like we heard if you get pulled over, like you're gonna be in trouble because we didn't have plates. We didn't know that going into it that the car didn't have plates either.
Yeah, it was supposed to have plates and like the register and like all the documents we needed, but they weren't provided to us, so we were just kind of winging it, and we got pulled over, and we were there for like at least like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and you were trying to just go on a police chase. Tommy's the whole time just like, yo, man, if I have to, dude, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go on, I'm gonna bolt out of here and go on a police chase in a foreign country.
Listen, when you drive a supercar and you're in Gumball, like, and you get the opportunity to drive a supercar and you're in Gumball and it's like your second day in, you know, you're really feeling the car, and then all of a sudden you get pulled over and you're thinking that your car might get impounded and you're not gonna have a vehicle, like. And you know for a fact that the cops can't catch you if you just like, you know, I was ready to skirt.
They put an APB out on us though. They'll catch us at the border.
Nah, I mean we didn't. There was no border. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with it though. Like I'm down to
yo, Afrojack, the DJ Afrojack actually like went on like 4 different like.
He ran from the cops on like 3 or 4 different occasions.
Yeah, he outran them.
And then he got his license. They got caught for speeding like, I don't know what the miles was, but it was like 200 something kilometers per hour, like 280 or something.
Yeah.
Some wild like that. And he got his license taken.
Yeah, he can't drive in France anymore.
He can't ever drive in France. But I don't know what situation will call to us to have to be driving in France, you know, so we don't really care.
Yeah.
We'll get our license taken in France.
And honestly, dude, that like the thrill of a police chase would be insane.
Yeah,
not that, you know what I mean? Like in that situation, it's like, I wouldn't ever do that stuff, and I don't like to do anything like illegal, but you know.
Speak for yourself. No, I'm just playing. No, that was,
yeah.
I'm glad we didn't do that. It would have been fun, but we could have gotten in a lot of trouble. We could have gotten in a lot of trouble, but that same day, after they ended up letting us go, we got pulled over again because we went to get gas. And the cops ended up letting us go, like long story short.
Wait, what? How do you remember this? You were asleep.
Bro, I was awake.
Yeah, this fool was asleep for like 4 hours, okay?
Not 4 hours.
Yes, it was, bro.
4 hours?
Yes,
you think I
man.
laid there like this?
3.5 at least.
3.5, that's
Listen,
the same.
we were driving France and
it was like an hour and a half.
Yo, we were driving through like the mountains in between France and Italy, and it's like these beautiful mountains. And there's tons of tunnels, and then you exit the tunnels, and then there's like more tunnels, and then just 2-lane roads, like beautiful drive. That was like my favorite part of the whole trip. This fool was asleep.
I was tired.
Yeah, and like
I opened my eyes. I'm like, all right, I don't need to be awake right now,
bro. Oh man! And then I stopped at the gas station, and of course these cops roll up. These two Italian cops. And then two more ended up showing up, but these were like the coolest cops I've ever seen. Like these dudes look like straight out of like a movie or a sitcom or something, like Godfather or something. And like they were all smoking cigarettes. One was like laughing the whole time. Like it's just like, and the same situation happened from when we got pulled over. Like we didn't have plates, so they're like, yeah, this is illegal. And Alex, like we were there for like an hour straight. Alex was asleep the whole time.
I was awake at first, but then I was like, all right.
Nah, you were asleep, bro.
Bro, I was awake. I saw the cop. We stopped at the gas station.
I woke you up. I'm like, dude, we just got pulled over. And then you went back to sleep.
Yeah, because I looked around. I'm like, I don't need to be here for this.
Honestly, you're right though. Like there was an hour wasted kind of.
Yeah.
But like they couldn't really speak English, so they came up to me like after an hour. Like one could kind of speak English, but 2 of those cops left, and then the other 2 came up to me. Like one of them came up to me with the Google Translate saying like, you know, we're nice guys, and we're, like if we could impound your vehicle, but we're nice guys. If we were anybody else, like any other cops, they would take this.
Yeah,
they would take your car. We advise you to leave Italy. And then he was like, go. And then the cop behind him was like, go away. So we just did,
yeah, we
man.
did.
We just had to get out.
We made it to Milan.
Made it to Milan at 11 p.m. There was a party that night.
But we couldn't attend because the Clout Gang crew and our crew who was with us with our bags, because we couldn't fit our suitcases in the 488, had to go help them because they were stuck at the border for 8 hours.
And I don't even know what's going on. I really don't even know because we're on different languages. Just about everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Yeah, they were in the police station for like 6 hours.
They didn't get back to the hotel. We got to the hotel at 11 and we thought that was late because we were held up for like at least 3 hours with the 2 times we got stopped by cops. They were there for 8 and they didn't get to the hotel till 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So after hearing that, I was like, yeah, like, it wasn't that bad. Because they got their vehicle impounded too.
Yeah, but like if we're ever in that situation going forward, we just hit someone up from Gumball like, yo, can we borrow some clothes? And then we go party, bro. Like we missed a dope party.
Yeah, no.
Everybody was talking about that party in Milan.
I wish we could have gone to the one.
But it's all good. We made the other parties.
We made everyone in Japan though.
Yeah, no, we made all the other parties and like, dude, this whole experience was incredible. Like truly like once in a lifetime experience. This is something that we're gonna tell our like, grandkids and
it's
stuff.
Just like a cool thing to say that we did, you know, like we'll never ever drive through Osaka again or Nanao or
you don't know
Kyoto.
that.
Yeah, I do.
You're probably right, but maybe not. You might be wrong, bro.
If I'm ever in Nanao driving again, I'll give you every penny in my bank account.
I don't want your pennies. Just toss me cash.
No, but like no one, like, it's just a cool thing to say you did. Like, we were in like a total of, I think 6 or 7 countries.
8 cities. 8 cities and 4 countries.
Yeah, same, like 8 countries. Over the course of like, I don't know, like a week and a half, maybe 8 days, 9 days. If you guys haven't seen like any of the recap videos we posted a full recap a few days ago, depending on when this goes up, and then every day when we were there we post like mini recaps, like 4 or 5 minute videos. So you guys definitely should check those out because you guys will see like what actually happened, like what the camera crew picked up and all that stuff. And Tommy has a full video up on his channel too, just vlogging the whole trip from his perspective. I'll have mine going up probably by the time this is up, so you guys should check that out. Our time played in that 488 was probably like 30 hours at least.
Yeah, we were in there
like
for
at least 30 hours.
Some days were like, we had a couple days that was like over 10 hours.
The first day was 4 hours, second day was 10. The next 2 days were like 2. And the last day in Japan was 10. And then there was a 4. Yeah, so probably like 30-ish hours we were just together. Just whipping it, bumping music, freestyling.
1 second, we was freestyling, now we in the training, now we making all these sounds with the brain.
Heard a lot of Astroworld.
Yeah,
a lot
like
of Astroworld.
20 times.
And that's something that's dope. Like we were talking about it, because like you can a lot of times you can relate music to experiences in your life, and you know, Astroworld just came out and we were bumping it all across this Gumball, all across these different countries. So anytime we listen to Astroworld now, we're gonna think of Gumball.
Yeah, we deadass just played that whole album on loop in the car for like 10 hours one day.
Yeah.
And
it was lit.
It's lit, yeah.
I'm still listening to it, bro.
Yeah, no, that's a really great album.
Travis Scott, dude.
Yeah, yo, he's crushing it. Other than that, though,
bro, the car was crazy though. Like, let alone the design. The design was amazing. Like, we had actually one of the best raps in Gumball. Like, bro, our rap. I've never seen a car hand painted before, dude. Joshua Vitas absolutely killed it. Like at first, like, because I thought Broso was gonna design the rap, and then it was like last second I heard that Joshua Vitas did it. But I didn't like know him too too much or his artwork. And then we saw the Ferrari and like when it came out and it was just like,
I've seen his artwork and it's crazy. Like the shoes he's custom designed and like his pop-ups and like that, the way he does his art is so unique. It's one of none. And like he hand painted the Ferrari, like how, I don't know, I forgot how he described it. It was like the blueprints of the car. Yeah. Like the way like it looks on the inside, the way it looks on the inside, he like painted it like that on the outside. Like you guys probably have seen it or probably are seeing it right now or something like that.
Yeah, he's got this concept, I forget what he calls it too.
Reality to idea.
Is it?
Yeah.
Idea to reality. Or zero, I don't know, bro.
Something like that.
Yeah, but he basically traces over the blueprints of the car. Before the car was actually manufactured, like the dude that drew out the blueprints, he basically just hand painted the blueprints, and it just like, it looks sick. Like we had a white wraps car, and then he hand painted
black over
it, and then we put all the stickers,
all the writing and shit and the decals. It was insane.
It was
I need him to do that to my GTR.
And towards like, we were both whipping it, but I made sure to like just like make the most of my time in that Ferrari. Midway through the trip, I was learning to use the paddles. Towards the end, I got comfortable with it, and like whether I was in these 2-lane highways or 3-lane highways, any little opening I would see like between cars and lanes, I would be just literally like weaving in and out, and that was like the most fun time driving.
Yeah, like, he was skirting. For real, like bobbing and weaving in and out of one-way traffic. Bro. It was f***ing awesome. And we flew on a plane.
Oh, that was one of the craziest
Italy
parts.
to Japan for 16 hours, and some dudes got married. Like I was asleep on the plane.
No, hold on. You're missing half the story, bro. The first like 4 or 5 hours. So we're in this plane from like, what was it? It was Italy, right? No, yeah, it was Italy to Japan, and it's like Gumball Airlines, and they say that like
it was Malaysian Airlines.
Right, but it was like Gumball Air or something. It was Gumball Air because we were all a part of Gumball.
Yeah. So like it was all the Gumball. People. No one who was.
We got to the airport first of all, and like it's this small airport, and there was a DJ just like playing hip hop or whatever.
And they were serving drinks.
They were serving drinks. Everybody's just turning up, like having a good time at the airport, getting ready for the flight. We get in the flight, and then we hear that like. Every time that they fly in Gumball, like it's like they have a party in the back of the plane. And then the first like few hours, we just like watched the movie, ended up sleeping, and we missed the party. But like there was because we were like sitting in first class, which was nice because I'm so happy we didn't sit back there because if we sat back, there was no way we were gonna sleep if we sat back there.
And our
like,
seats like
these dudes were like
in.
Yeah, these dudes were like partying, like they had these speakers with like lights on them, like the disco lights, and like.
And they were all drinking.
They were all like taking the stewardess's drinks, like going like behind the stewardess, taking all the alcohol and stuff. And like some people were like smoking weed, smoking cigarettes in the plane. Like it was wild. Man.
Yeah, they were no boundaries, yo. They just did whatever the hell they wanted. And then some mother got married. I was asleep and I just hear in my headphones, because I was watching a movie, I fell asleep. I just hear Despacito in my headphones.
Yeah.
Like, and then I take my headphones off and I still hear it. Like in the PA. And then I hear like, I look to my left because I was in the far right window seat, and all you guys are like going to the back of the plane to like see, and I hear on the intercom that like these dudes are getting married. I know.
Yo, and tell him who the usher was.
Usher. Bro, Usher was on the rally and he was the usher of the wedding. So that's pretty legit.
Yeah, that was it.
Like
that's a wedding. And then they piped in the plane. They literally like joined the Mile High Club. They had
How
sex
do you know
in
that?
the plane. They announced it. They were literally like, they're about to join the Mile High Club.
Where did they do that?
In the bathroom, bro.
They didn't have like their own room?
Like in the plane?
Bro, it was a nice big ass plane.
Nah, bro, it's a commercial airline.
Yeah, true. So they in the bathroom. No, that was awesome though. The whole flight and everything, and then driving through Japan. Japan was so much fun, and going out every night, like seeing the nightlife out there, and then we had a pop up in Japan too.
Yeah, Japan was lit.
Yeah, no, that was probably the best part of the trip. Honestly, being in Japan, and then we stayed in Tokyo for 2 days at the Conrad, and
dude, that last party was crazy. Because it was like, we got
both
there.
Of them, both nights.
Yeah, but the last one especially, Yeah, no, the first night they had like these dudes split like 60 bottles of Dom Perignon in one table.
Like everyone on the Gumball rally is like really wealthy.
Yeah, they're either rock stars or royalty.
Like they all have bottomless bank accounts, so these dudes would order like 60 bottles of Dom Perignon.
And then the last night was like the latest night. Because we got there around midnight and stayed there till like 6:30, and it felt like 3 hours, not 6 hours. Yeah, it was that lit.
Yeah, we entered the club. I remember we walked in the club like 10, 11. No, we walked in the club like 11, midnight-ish, and we left at like the sun was up. Like it was like 5 or 6 a.m. I was like, what? How has it been these many hours that I've been in this club? Like I've never been in a club that long. You've been in a club for 5 hours?
Yeah,
6
bro.
hours?
You're 21 now, so I mean, and you just like started leaving the country, yeah. So.
True.
Little baby, man.
You already know what's going on. Yeah, no, but overall, like, just the whole experience was amazing. We met so many cool people from, like, all over the world. Like, I would have never imagined, like, we would be, like, hanging out. Like,
yeah, that was the best part, honestly. Meeting all those people and, like, all right, so I remember I was talking to this dude, and I was talking to him about gaming and stuff, like, because he said that he was, like, on the cover of Nintendo and stuff, and I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah. Bro, I'm Ken Griffey Jr. I'm like, oh, man, that's crazy. Like,
yeah, he was.
I never like watched baseball or anything like that. Like, I watched it a little bit. I didn't know much about baseball, but I definitely know who Ken Griffey Jr. is. Like, he's one of the like all-time like greatest baseball players.
Yeah, even if you aren't a fan of baseball or don't follow the sport, you know the name Ken Griffey Jr. Like, you've heard it somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's like how I knew of him too. Like he was on the rally, a bunch of big DJs, DJ Ruckus, Afrojack, Major Lazer.
Major Lazer was dope.
Adrian Brody too, I don't know.
Yo, Adrian Brody's the man.
Yeah, like our audience probably is pretty young. I mean, I didn't even know who he was, and I'm 21, but my mom hit me up and was like, I saw you with Adrian Brody, and then I realized like he's an Oscar-winning actor, and he starred in the movie The Pianist. And like you couldn't even tell that from when we were hanging out with him in the lobby in Osaka. Remember, he was like showing us all the artwork he did and like all this stuff. He was like super down to earth, like chill guy, and like you would have never expected he had an Oscar in his pocket.
Yeah, bro. He's
what a beast. Yeah, that was another person.
Who else did we meet? The pop-ups were crazy.
Yeah, the London pop-up was nuts. The amount of they had to shut down.
How many people do you think showed up like on that street?
At least over 1,000. Like
yeah, bro. There was a lot of people.
1,500 kids. Like it was nuts. Like you ever see like those videos of like Justin Bieber in his car and like kids are like banging on the window? That's what it was like.
That's exactly what it was like.
I was like, this is fucking nuts. Like
the whole block was just shut down. Like, and we had to get like, there was at least like 20 security guards just like helping out.
Yeah,
like,
trying to
like
weave us through all the fans and stuff like that. So the London pop-up was nuts. That was super fun. That was the first pop-up we did. Then
we missed the Milan.
We missed the Milan one because of getting pulled over and all that shit. And then the last pop-up was in Tokyo, and that was awesome too. Like probably like 500, 600 kids came out. We got to see them all. Everyone who came out, we talked to, took pictures with. Had a bunch of Kappa merch there. Kappa like made a bunch of dope exclusively for the Gumball rally and stuff like that. So all the fans who came out, shout out to you guys. And I actually met a fan like right when I got back. I got back like 2 days ago, and I woke up. Like I got back, slept, woke up, left the house to go get groceries, and I was in the elevator on my way to Target, and a kid walks in the elevator. And he's like, yo, I met you in London like a week and a half ago. I'm like, what? Like, no way. Like, and then he showed me the picture of him and me from the pop-up that, like, that's just shows, like, it's a small world, bro. Like, I literally met him in London, and then right when I get back to the US and leave my house, the first person I saw was him. So I thought that was cool. And just overall, like, meeting all those fans in those different countries outside the US is awesome. Yeah. All right, guys, that has been the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, make sure to check out the recap videos up on FaZe Clan. And other than that, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, make sure to leave a like. You guys are awesome. Until next time, it's been Alex or FaZe Zap with my man.
Thank you, guys. Much love.
I'll see you guys later.